Welcome back. I am Set Guy. Today, we are entering the high-stakes world of incident response and forensics. In our previous modules, we built the walls and the gates. But what happens when the enemy is already inside, and they have been there for months? To understand the IR lifecycle, we are looking at Salt Typhoon. Who are they? Salt Typhoon is a Chinese state-sponsored advanced persistent threat group specializing in high-value espionage. Their impact was profound. They did not just steal files. They infiltrated the core routing infrastructure of major telecommunications providers. By compromising the lawful intercept systems, the very backdoors law enforcement uses for court-ordered wiretapping, they gained the ability to monitor sensitive government and intelligence communications in real time. This was not a hit and run. It was a deep, long-term surveillance operation that sat at the heart of critical infrastructure for years. We start with preparation. You do not build an IR plan during a breach. Professional organizations use incident response playbooks, step-by-step guides for specific scenarios like a backbone compromise. Preparation also means having visibility. If you are not logging your net flow or EDR data, you are flying blind. Then comes detection and analysis. This is where Salt Typhoon excels. They do not use loud malware. They use living off the land techniques, exploiting unpatched edge devices like routers and VPNs to gain a foothold. For the GSEC and CISA+, you must understand the difference between IOCs and IOAs. An indicator of compromise, or IOC, is a static fingerprint, like a known malicious file hash. But Salt Typhoon often leaves no files. That is why we look for indicators of attack, or IOAs. These are behavioral. We look for a router suddenly creating an unauthorized greed tunnel or a shift in data egress patterns. When we analyze an actor this sophisticated, we use the diamond model of intrusion analysis. To pass the CISSP, you must map the relationship between 4 points: the adversary, their capability, the infrastructure they hijacked, and the victim. By mapping the Typhoon's custom rootkits to the infrastructure they hijacked, we move from simple detection to true attribution, allowing us to predict their next move. Once a threat is detected, we move to containment. This is the most delicate phase. If you move too fast, the attacker sees you and wipes their tracks, or worse, triggers a dead man switch to destroy your data. In the Salt Typhoon case, we use micro-segmentation to isolate the compromised management plane without shutting down the entire network. Next is eradication and recovery. This isn't just changing passwords. It means hunting for every persistent route the attacker planted. Salt Typhoon use anti-forensic techniques, clearing logs and modifying registry keys to stay invisible. For the GSEC and Pentest Plus, this is where digital forensics becomes critical. We follow the Order of Volatility. We start with the RAM and network cache because they disappear as soon as you reboot. We create a memory dump to find the rootkits hiding in live processes. Then we move to the disk, creating a bit-for-bit forensic image so we can analyze the data without contaminating the original evidence. For senior architects and leaders, the IR process is also a legal process. As soon as a breach is confirmed, you must initiate a legal hold. This is a formal directive to ensure all potentially relevant data is preserved. Without it, your automated cloud cleanup scripts might destroy the evidence you need for court. This is where the chain of custody becomes your most important document. It is the chronological paper trail that records every person who touched the evidence. If there is a single gap in that timeline, the evidence is inadmissible. Finally, remember data sovereignty. If the breach happens in a cloud region in another country, your forensic acquisition must comply with local laws like GDPR. You cannot simply pull a memory dump and ship it across borders without legal approval. Whether you are performing a memory acquisition or mapping an adversary on the diamond model, remember, in IR, speed is good, but accuracy is survival. To get your hands on the resources for this module, head over to setguide.org. I have free exam-ready resources waiting for you right now. Join the hundreds of industry veterans in the Discord chats and study groups. Join our job-ready hands-on labs. We have a dedicated lab where you will build an internal CA, issue your first certificate, and practice a full revocation and reissue cycle. Get the reps in, get the cert, and get the job. Until next time, stay safe, stay secure.